everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We have two teams in today's game with plenty of confidence as they're riding big-time winning streaks. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Oilers. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Oilers. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Jameis now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
K'Von Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
On 3rd down, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Jameis Winston and Mike Evans came into the league 1 year apart. They're going to continue to grow together. How about their first connection in this game?
Yeah, in the first 2 seasons for Mike Evans, both over 1,000 yards. What a way to start an NFL career. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Now a play fake here on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Second down following the incompletion. They go play action. Winston. He's going to go up top again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Another carry now for Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Tom Hackett now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
2nd down, Winston. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Out of his end zone, Winston over the middle to Evans. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go!
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty...
And now Winston wants to talk this one over as they'll take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Winston to throw it this time. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the 1st down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out.
And
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Second down, Mariota. Flushed out right. Flushed to his right. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's the type of play there that puts a defense into stress. Marcus Mariota on the run. You don't know whether he's going to take it downfield or throw the footballs we just saw there. And, boy, was he accurate with that one.
And, you know, the Oregon coaches offered him a scholarship without ever seeing him start a game because they saw him in camp. They saw plays like that, offered it.
He didn't start very much in high school, but he started a lot once he got to Oregon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Noah Spence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Play action now, Mariota. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Mariota. For left side, it's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there of 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Mariota again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Jameis to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it under.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Mariota from the gun on third down. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Second down following the run. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's got time. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Mariota to throw it. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Tom Hackett now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll come out in the pistol. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd down, Winston again. Over the middle to Evans. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. Smith catches left side. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Shift together here from the D-line. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Winston to throw it this time. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Mariota now on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Tevin Coleman, a gain of 3, 2nd down.
Joe McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The one running back is Gurley. And the big tight end shifting around. He'll get the football here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They come out here in the I. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, when you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Randall Cobb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he fires one incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. They go play action. Mariota. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They come up in an offset eye. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Long here for Mariota. He's going to float this one. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29. 4th quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. On 3rd down, Winston. Caught left side by Cobb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Winston now to throw on first down. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Nice job holding him out of the end zone on 3rd down, but give a big assist to the crowd. They've been with him the entire game and have spurred them on. Here in the second half, they've really helped elevate their play.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. That's caught at the 3. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And now out comes Houston. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Mariota here to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the home team here, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the San Diego Chargers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.